We'll see how it goes. Let's do your tier thing, Mike. Now we've talked
Yeah.
about my ultra failing business.
Do we? Okay. I will share my screen here. And
Share your screen.
just as a prerequisite, I have no idea how this is going to go. So
As
I
good
just
as your
want
reaction video.
to.
I
No,
think
it might be
I
worse
think
than
you
the
know what would be
reaction
fun
video.
on here. We should do reaction videos to the guy with the university. That would be super
Or
fun.
just guru advice. I could definitely pull up Instagram and we could have a bunch of saved reels and we can just go through it,
Just,
listen to it, and react to
I
it.
think that's next week's
That's
episode right there.
that's a great idea.
That's a great episode right there.
So yeah, this might go better than trivia, but worse than I don't know what else I've ever thought of here. So this is the tier list. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Okay,
do they
so
all mean?
if you are watching on YouTube, which will be in the winter sometime when I get this up, there, there will be,
Sometime about mid-February.
but you'll be able to listen to us and understand what we're talking about here. But essentially, there are five levels of tiers, S being the highest, and then you got A, B, C, D, D being
I
the
think that's
lowest.
the highest.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think it has to stand for like super or something like that. I don't know. But
Gotcha.
we have photos of some hardscape tools, some basic hardscape tools that we are going to rank from highest to lowest on this tier list. And we'll see how this goes because we're not talking about brands though. So there are brands in these photos, but we're just focusing on the tool or the piece of equipment rather than the actual brand. We can definitely
Okay.
rank brands on a different tier list if we want to do that.
No, I like this idea of not ranking a brand, just ranking the tool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll get started here with the first one, and this is a tilt rotator. I have never used a tilt rotator. I've seen plenty of videos on them. I think Chad is the
Where did you see
most
those videos?
all over Instagram. I've seen many videos of tilt
Really?
rotators.
Never
Yeah.
seen one. Huh, that's interesting. I'll have to look them up. What are they?
I think Chad is the most suited to be able to rank the tilt rotator on this list. And this sets the standard, Chad, for all the other tools that you see and pieces of equipment on this list.
I'll never own a shovel without one. Put it at the top.
It gets an S tier to start off
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
PK, do you disapprove of the S tier?
I think you just have to be a really good operator. You don't need that. I've dug
Ooh.
lots of pools. I've dug lots of shit. I've never needed a spinning thing, and I'm pretty efficient. So I wouldn't rank it up there. But I've also never used it, so I will also say I've never used it. But I just think you just it's like using a dozer with GPS on it. It just dumbs down the skill level needed to run the piece of equipment.
Ooh.
I
Eh.
know, I'm just saying that to watch everyone lose.
The How to Hardscape group is fucking vibrating. They're so pissed off
Vibrating
right
right
now.
now. Oh fuck yeah! Hey man, I've dug
No
shit.
fucking way you said that about a tilt rotator.
I think they do all kinds of cool shit. I've seen people do all kinds of neat stuff with it. I've never run one, so I can't judge it. But I have owned lots of excavators and stuff without them, and uh, I will continue to own one without them because it just I get what people say about it being a big invest, like it's worth every penny once you have it. But I also it costs more than the excavator that I was going to put it on, so I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'll just get better. Anyways, I don't. I would like to have one. Maybe we'll buy one in the future.
Okay. We'll leave it in the S tier here and we'll go on to
Sure.
the buggy. Buggy, once again, I have not used one. Both of you have used buggies. So where does the buggy land on the tier
I
list?
the buggy's an A for me.
A, Chad?
No, it's a B for buggy.
Oh, B for buggy. Chad, you're not too into the buggy though.
I don't love a buggy, but there's that giant wheeled hopper thing. I guess it's a buggy that we used in that rooftop patio. That was a lifesaver for sure.
I
I
wouldn't
can see
classify it as a buggy though.
why. It
Isn't that an
has
attachment to the skid steer?
no, it's
No,
no, it
it
was
was
a
a wheel.
buggy,
It
but
was
it
a
was on
wheeled
wheels.
buggy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. It had like the motorcycle handles, and you turn one way and it goes the opposite way because it rides on the back wheel or something like
Oh,
that.
I see.
It was definitely the muscle that we needed to get the job done there.
Okay, Chad ranked the tilt rotator, so we'll go with PK's A. We can always adjust it later for the buggy there.
I think the buggy is one of the most invaluable, and I was an anti-buggy guy. So maybe I've just come out like an anti-tilt rotator guy. So maybe next year I'll love tilt rotators. But I think the buggy is the best thing we bought last year. It's awesome. Really good.
Gotcha. We'll go on to the wall splitter. Wall splitter, is it ranked high?
D.
Is it ranked low? D?
Yeah.
Chad, where would you rank the
I
wall splitter?
put it up to a C. Like I haven't broken a wall block the old way in years because of these things. Like it was probably as soon as I could afford a wall splitter, we call it a breaker. We bought a breaker. Like we've had a breaker, the same one for has to be 9 years at least now.
I would have put this
and
in B. So we've got a B, C, and D here.
When was the last time you split blocks, Mike?
Probably a couple of years ago. But as opposed to using like a cold chisel to split a block or something like that.
It's got to like when I grew up, if you couldn't split a block in one slam with the chisel and the hammer, then you got fired.
we still do a lot of those rough face walls. Like our breaker has a permanent place in that equipment trailer.
I've never owned that.
Really?
Never owned a wall splitter.
Nope.
Wow. Interesting. All right, quick cut. This is, I think, the staple to any hardscape trailer, tool trailer.
With wheels or without?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It has to be an S. Come on.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah, it's a paintbrush.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a paintbrush.
Absolutely. All right, the dump trailer.
Oh, D for dump trailer.
D for dump trailer. PK?
Yeah.
Really? We use ours a lot. I think it's a B if you're a startup landscaper.
A B?
If you're a startup, yeah.
We have two dump trailers. I like them.
I haven't used mine in at least 2 years. We'll split the difference and we'll go C.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. What about a battery cutoff saw? Battery powered demo saw, one of those mini ones. I haven't used one. I don't own one.
I'll defer to the experts here. I've never used one either.
Drake has one in his trailer. He loves it. He gets it out before he gets out the other ones.
Ooh.
I think it's probably. But in terms of could you live with it or not live with it, I think it's probably a C. If you have the other saw as your number one,
yeah,
like this is a luxury, not a need.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I feel like the things in the S should be a
must-have,
not a luxury.
A must-have or a quote-unquote game changer.
Oh
my god,
game changer.
All right, what about a dustless table saw?
D.
D.
How many times do you want to flip the fuses in the fucking house or own the $6,000 generator it takes to run it? Ask yourself.
Yeah, we keep the generator right beside it, and we're flicking the thing, or someone's keeping their foot on it as they run the saw so that it doesn't flick the breaker off.
I know a lot of people that bought these things. I don't know someone who still brings it to the job site all the time.
We do. I like ours.
I like it too. I use it only for like pool coping or wall units. That's it.
Yeah.
Put it up higher then.
It's a cap cutter only.
Yeah, exactly. I would put it in B probably. B or C.
B or C. Yeah.
And PK says D, so we got to say
Let's
C.
Go C. Yeah.
Wait, all right.
Is this the real version or the metaverse version of
That's a good question.
Of the dustless saw?
Where does the metaverse one go?
Version of the dustless saw?
That's the NFT version.
The NFT. Oh, God.
All right. I don't know any other word for this other than the Unilift, but I know that's a brand one. There's other brands it's just like a white label, right? So the Unilift. And I have to defer to the two of you because I've never used one.
It's a game changer, but it's not a necessity. I would put it with B.
I would put it as a
Yeah.
B item.
Yeah.
Like,
B? That's a solid B.
It
Yeah.
makes things a lot easier, but
if we were doing as many large scale paver jobs as Chad's doing with big slabs, I would buy one.
Okay.
I think it's worth the money.
as is or modified, because as is, it's kind of dog shit. Like it can only reach 8 feet or whatever.
Yeah, but you're using the one that goes on the mini skid.
Yeah, but I think no, it's the same reach as the full size skid.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, which was disappointing to see.
I
Or I
don't
think
know,
there's like a foot difference or something like that.
we were really, when we used it for the driveway, I really liked it. Even though I took a lot of heat, I really liked it.
We laid a lot of pavers really fast, or a lot of slabs really fast with that thing.
And no one was exhausted at the end of the
And
day.
no one was exhausted. Like you could have a 20 pallet day and still not crawl to the truck. Like you could
Yeah,
walk to the truck and yeah.
I think it's awesome. I really like it. I think it's a great tool.
So it's not up there with the buggy though?
The buggy
No.
is the buggy you use every day.
Okay.
That's the thing. Those buggies you just find more and more use. Like when we bought the buggy, like full disclosure, we bought it because like Drake was like, we got to get one of these buggies, and I was like, okay, sure, like whatever. Like if someone believes, no, if the foreman believes that some tool is going to really help them and move the job forward, then I think you should always
Yeah.
look at it and consider it. And he was right. It's fucking.
Yeah.
And now both the crews, everyone wants. I mean, right now our company's running 3 buggies. We have the Toro buggy that belongs to us. We have the Mammoth buggy that's going out right now, and we borrowed one of the Kubota buggies off Sitescape. That they're one of their we borrowed their Kubota buggy because we had a job where we needed 2 because it was like a thin way to get down there, and the excavators are digging right into the buggies, and the buggies are hauling it out. And so right now, like tomorrow, we'll have 3 buggies on sites. Like I think they're great, but that's mine.
Is the Kubota the one with the seat?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. But I think that it's having run more of that stand-on thing. I think that it's nice to be able to step off it and then start working as opposed to climb out of something. But whatever, it's kind of here or there. Anyways, I think the buggies are more valuable than the Unilift because you
All
use it more.
Yeah.
All right, the Geo Ripper or the Mini Trencher.
Oh, you're the only one that has one. Mike.
Yeah, you're the
You
only one.
better thank this thing.
I will throw it in there with the IQ or the dustless
For
saw.
me, I've never needed it or wanted it or known it existed. I would go D.
Ooh,
That's
Chad, would you ever need, want, or buy the Mini Trencher?
Isn't it super expensive?
It's pretty expensive.
Then it's got to be a D. Like unless you can get the price on this thing down to $1,500 or less, I'm
how
not
much
gonna.
was it, Mike?
I can't remember, like 3,500, 4,000.
Ooh. Wow. You could have bought the generator for the dustless saw for that price.
All right, the handheld vacuum unit, the Grabo.
I was frustrated with it, even though I knew it wouldn't lift pavers, that it doesn't lift pavers.
I love this thing.
I like them a lot. Like if you're doing pool coping and stuff, like it's
Yeah.
got to be, yeah.
I had to put it at least B.
It's like a Stevie, but you don't have to grab the ends of things.
Why
isn't Stevie on this?
I do. You know what I really liked about this when we bought it? Because we have done lots, we have used them for different things. We were putting in big pieces of flagstone, and we had 2 of them on big pieces of flagstone, and we were swinging them in with the excavator. But I felt like it was a lot of technology for $300. Like,
you mean they're cost effective?
Yeah, exactly. I felt it was really cost effective tool compared to the $4,000 Geo Ripper. We could literally buy like 13 Bravos for 1 Geo Ripper. I got. Yeah.
PK, where would you rank the Grabo?
I think B is fair.
B is fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, this was, I think, just like those vacuum lifting units for steps. instead of using straps or a clamp?
We use a clamp for steps, but we also have a sucker thing for our excavator, which we love. We did like really big slabs with that. Actually, we just bought a second one. B
B?
for me
All the
anyway.
vacuum lifting equipment gets
Yeah.
B.
It makes things exponentially easier.
PK?
We don't have any big vacuum lifting equipment, but I would, if we get the right job, we'll buy it.
I have no idea.
I think it's fucking great.
Yeah. Would you say B?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're expensive, and so
Yeah.
we have rented for case. Or my friend Rob has a couple of them, so for a case of beer, a couple of cases of beer, we could use it for a day.
Nice.
So, yeah. Anyways, but I would buy one. I think they're really great.
Mhm. I have no idea what this one was, so we're gonna skip it.
I think that's a dead blow hammer, is it not?
Oh, okay,
The
yeah. So this is
shaft of a
the
dead
Halder.
blow hammer.
Yeah. So this is actually a brand one, Halder mallet specifically, but we can just say mallet or dead blow, I guess. But these specific ones are amazing. Have you guys used those?
No.
I will not stray from my red hammer.
Okay, where do you put a dead blow or a mallet?
My dead blow is S. Like, can't go without it.
Ooh.
I would take it with me. Like, I have one in my toolbox of my truck just to go everywhere, just in case.
Chad's passionate. I'll give into his passion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, that's high.
Yeah.
Okay.
We used to have like regular rubber mallets, and those are a joke. And steel sledge, those aren't any good for pound and block and stuff. Oh, dead blow hammer. If you don't own one, you're not even a landscape company.
Okay, that's got to be S with that statement.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if we have one.
Oh come on. There's probably 3 or 4 in your equipment trailer.
Well, we have 2 equipment trailers, so
Yeah. So the odds are pretty good that
let's hope that one of these equipment trailers has a fucking. I'm pretty sure they do. I have not been in the equipment trailers in a long time. It's not. But I've been in them, but anyways, I agree that it's an important tool.
A stand-up screeder rake package.
Like, is that like a standard asphalt rake, or is that like a real?
No, this specific one is by a company that makes a lot of hardscape tools. And it is like it's just a rake, I guess, more or less, with a yeah.
We use, if you want to just say it's an asphalt rake.
But it's not. It's just like a straight bar, essentially, and
it's about $500, and it's
get an asphalt rake for $100. What the fuck are you doing with that thing?
Chad?
It's way too big. Way too wide.
Can understand how some people might like it.
Mike has
but honestly, I have a giant aluminum bar, and I'll still screed from my knees, and my back is still fine. So D.
So I bought this 3 years ago, and I've yet to open it.
Wow.
So yeah, it gets a D.
Is it sitting in your dump trailer?
I have no idea where it is, to be honest.
The client has it in the garage. You forgot about it. The client has it
3 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. A mini skid steer.
S, top of the pile.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta have a mini skid.
You gotta have
whether it's an S70 or a mini skid, you gotta have a small skid steer.
Yeah. How about a mini excavator, preferably a Chinese mini excavator that Chad is still selling?
Oh my goodness.
How many are left, Chad?
4 are left still. Like,
ooh.
We got to talk about them more on here. I feel like that was stimulating interest.
Yeah. The first 2 went like hotcakes, but never mind.
I think a mini excavator is an A.
Yeah. I would say so.
I'd say so. Yeah.
How about a roller compactor?
Ooh, we love our roller packer.
It specifically does one thing and one thing
I
only.
think you could make a business just renting out your roller packer. So many people have asked me to borrow my roller packer.
Yeah. In a mud mixer and maybe an IQ saw.
So I don't have some huge love of these. I understand everyone else's incredible fascination with roller packers. I don't have a huge love of them, so you guys pick where that thing goes because I would have it as a C. It's a want, not a need. But you guys feel differently because you have them, so
I'd say it goes B.
Yeah, I would say at
Yeah.
least B. I would have been
Yeah.
satisfied
Maybe
with
B, A, maybe.
I don't think A. I think if a buggy and a
I
mini
think-
X is A, this has got to be B.
If you're doing large slab jobs, you
Yeah.
absolutely have to have one.
Yeah.
You will be so frustrated with the amount of slabs that you crack with like a
So I've
packer
done
and a
like a
pad.
lot of really large slab jobs, and we just wrapped our packer with filter cloth, like 1,000 layers of filter cloth, and ran it around, and we never had any fucking problems. So
Really?
I don't know. Like we did put it on half 5 with a bunch of filter cloth, which is a huge pain in the ass though. Just as a aside, wrapping a tamper in filter cloth and it's a big huge pain in the ass. So I think the thing's valuable. I do. I think anytime I've used them, I've liked them. The results have been great. They're just really expensive.
Yeah. But cheaper than a Geo Ripper. Second to last.
I'll buy 5 of those motherfuckers before I buy a Geo Ripper.
A zip level or a high precision altimeter, because there's other brands than just the zip level, but I've got the picture of the zip level here. Where do you guys put this?
D.
I've never. Yeah. D.
I put it in B.
Really?
Yeah. I
Can you
really
set-
like mine.
Can you set wall bars with this thing? Like,
Yeah, absolutely you can.
really? Like
Yeah.
they're that good?
I would use a laser, but I
Yeah,
mean, you can definitely use this. Yeah, it's really accurate. Unless
Even if
I'm
they
not
don't.
going to speak on this
Huh.
topic of accuracy of these pieces of shit. But whatever. Any job that I've bid after someone had one of these motherfuckers out, these are the most useless things on the planet. Absolutely, totally useless. Banned from any project of mine. Will never be seen. But whatever. Mike loves his. B it is. I beat her in the middle.
If you guys say D, then it's got to be C.
Yeah.
Well, no,
we got to split the
Chad
difference.
has no vote on it because I don't think his
Well,
life
yeah,
has never been
he
effective. Never been
Yeah, you're
affected
right.
positively or negatively by the fucking zip level.
Yeah.
It's got to be C if we're splitting the difference there.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Oh, no.
And the last one, the infamous nunchucks.
S.
The wall bars with. That's for shitty.
That's for
I'm gonna
Maybe
save.
this go below D.
I'm gonna save all you new hardscapers $200 right here. You can mail it to me.
those are way more than $200. I
These are like
fucking
$300.
those motherfuckers have never made anything that was $200.
Go get
They've
yourself.
never made. There's not one item they sell that's $200.
Go get yourself a regular gas bar, the same ones you use to screed. Cut them up into 2-foot sections. For $20, you have 5 wall bars without chains holding them together, getting tangled up.
But then they're gonna get lost, man.
Yeah, what I want the chains.
You, what do you want the chains for? You can tie your machine down with it.
I is there a purpose for the chains other than to not lose them? Am I missing something with the chains?
I think that the chains are giving you even spacing so that you know that you're gonna like whatever you're screeding with, you know that the length will work.
Right.
I think that's more the purpose of the chain than losing them.
That makes more sense.
I feel like if you know that your screed bar is 10 feet long and you know that your bars are welded onto that chain at 9 feet, you know that every time you put one out, you're gonna hit your mark. That's the only reason I can see to chain them together.
Gotcha. That makes more sense.
We should have them on the podcast. We get along with them so well. I saw a comment on your YouTube video. It was about the one about the reaction video, and one of the comments was, bring someone out to test it with a chain or something. I was like, wow.
I get
So
a lot of
this,
references from the Not Our Finest Hour podcast, to be honest.
this is the hierarchy right here.
This is it. I'm going to take a screenshot of this
Yeah,
and we can
you
post
should.
it on our Instagram and we can see
Yeah.
what people think.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
this is the higher. You should probably write Dead Blowhammer on that one. People are going to be like, people are going to be like, oh, is this when Mike was talking about solving his problems with a baseball bat? Where do you rank baseball bat in Hardscape tools?
What other
like
tools
this.
what other tools and equipment did I miss here? Because I kind of just stopped and forgot until today. But there's that, like, a skid steer would be in this, right?
Laser,
A rotary laser.
rotary laser. There you go. That the rotary laser I have is S. That's an
That would be
tool.
S. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you need a transit.
You got to have a good fucking transit. You gotta have-
What about a skid steer? Would that be A?
Yeah.
I think you can get away with a long time without a full size skid steer.
Yes, you can.
If
We
you're
did
a
4 or 5
residential,
years.
yeah, if you're a residential hardscaper,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be better to invest your money in. Here's a question: the Mammoth is 42 inches. The other brands, MT, Dingo, whatever, Bomba Lights, they're all 36 inches. And there's people like losing shit over the 42-inch width of the Mammoth. And I'm like, do people really incur that many times when 36 inches is the only size it will fit? Like, for me, most gates are 44 to 48. 36 is nice. Yeah. It gives you a bit more ease of space. I totally agree. Like, obviously you want, but I'm like, is to the two of you, is this really a maker? Because there's one guy on that just won't let it go. Every time someone comments on a Mammoth, he's like, they're 42 inches. I'm like, man, are you bitter? Like, what the fuck happened to you?
So
like,
I have a wide track MT100, right? And they're 42 inches, I think. I've never said, damn, I wish I had the 36-inch model. Like,
not once.
Not once. We'll pull
How about you, Mike?
top fence rail or something, but
I've actually had plenty of projects where it's been like 36 to 38 inches. And I think I asked you if it came in a 36-inch model, because I think that's the route I would have to go for sure.
So for me, our E20 goes down to 36, and our buggy goes to 36, and we usually use the mini skid steer, the S70, just to load the bin out on the road, or to load the buggy. We, whatever dumps we load, because the buggy carries so much more than a mini skid steer,
right?
That we like it. It's like 4 buckets from a mini skid steer to fill a buggy.
Yeah, and
at 36 inches wide, we run it back and forth. So I guess because we have the 3 pieces, I'm not as worried about the 36. I don't know. Like, I guess
when you have that set up, that makes sense. If it's your first piece of equipment, I think, and it depends on your access, but for me specifically, I would have to go 36.
I will go as far as to say Natural Design does not do 36-inch access jobs. Not right now, anyway.
That's a good luxury to have.
Mike just had a guy on his podcast that was talking about. See, Mike, I was really into you today. I was like,
you've listened to my voice. You probably had enough of this voice.
I was like a fucking Mike Flutz fanboy today. I was just all over you when I was driving endlessly to go to the lawyer meeting, which was just a different place to watch it on Zoom. I know. That's the story of my life. I was listening to it, and the guy was talking about you choose the struggle. Or something. It was something like that. Like, you choose to struggle. So Chad's right. Natural Designs doesn't take jobs that his equipment doesn't fit in.
Yeah.
So, and then on the flip side, I was talking to someone who was looking at the Mammoth, and I think it was Omar, and his take on it was, if I get to a job that's 36, fuck it, I'll just rent to 36. It happens so infrequently. I don't care that much. So I think that was just a couple takes on this. But when listening to that guy, I agree with him that you choose your own struggle. Like, you make your own struggle, or whatever the fuck his point was. It was something about struggling, and I agreed with it.
Yeah.
Everyone should go listen to that episode of How to Hardscape. It's a great episode.
It was a good point that he made with that.
You choose to do 36-inch jobs, Mike.
I guess so. It seems to be the jobs that land on my plate more often than not.
Stop putting them on your fucking YouTube channel. People stop calling.
I actually might put this on my YouTube channel, guys, if you would want. The tier list and ranking equipment.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that would be a cool little clip to throw on the YouTube channel, and then we can dream up a lot of different ways to go about tier lists, like paver tier list. We can get it to brands if we're wanting to get sued one day. There's probably many more Hardscape tools that we can throw on here, and actually, other people, if you're interested, can use this tier list that I created. I don't know how, but I think you use this link, and I'll try to get that out somehow.
So I just want to point out that the whole only put videos and pictures of work you want on your social media channels. That's the Caleb's Corner for this week, because that's actually from Caleb's. Well, if say the Caleb's Corner was related to Caleb, which it's not, clearly, he may have said something like that, which I agree with. Stop putting shit you don't want to do on your fucking Instagram.
That's good.
So, and that's the end, motherfuckers. Mike has something to do, and he's 4 minutes motherfucking late, so it's over.